Hi, everyone. Welcome to our session on Twin Hearts today. So, today we will be talking about another bonus topic. The topic is exercise. So, for a lot of us, I've seen that sometimes people quit the meditation before finishing the exercises. So, as long as you're doing that because you have more blessings to do after the meditation, that's okay. But for the rest of us, let's just talk about exercise. Okay, so out here in the book, it says cleansing the etheric body through physical exercise. Basically, what happens is that, and for those of us who exercise regularly, I think we've experienced this, is that after we exercise, we somehow feel better, right? So, what happens? So, what happens is that our energy body, which is also our etheric body, so our etheric body is kind of like a mold, so we have this physical body, and the etheric body is kind of like a mold all around the body. And when we exercise, it allows that etheric body to expel any negativity that may have been collected in that part of the body. Okay, so Master Shoko Sui says here, by exercising, light grayish matter or used up energy is expelled from the etheric body. It also minimizes the possibility of pranic congestion, since Twin Hearts meditation generates a lot of subtle energies in the etheric body. He also says that sometimes when the spiritual aspirant meditates, he may experience unusual physical movements for a limited period of time. This is normal since the energy channels are being cleansed. So what happens is that sometimes we may feel that, we are like moving like this, like round and round, or the body is moving this way. Or you may just feel that you're like somehow out of your body, or there's a twirling sensation. There could be any kind of sensation. Now that is basically the process of the meditation working, in the sense that we have this energy coming in and it's cleansing our channels. Okay, so that's what exercise achieves. Now, if you've also noticed that the exercises that we do, they start from the top and they go kind of to the bottom, and then we work on the arms and we work on the legs. So we pretty much clean up the whole trunk area, and then we clean the arms and the legs, which are the extremities. So this process basically helps to cleanse the entire channel, the important meridians in the body. So if you remember from a previous session when we talked about tongue to palate, we also talked about how there's an energy channel at the front of the body and there's an energy channel at the back of the body. And so basically when we connect our tongue to palate, that energy channel gets connected. Now when it gets connected, then things are going to flow, and when things are going to flow, then there's going to be cleansing, and there's going to be movement, right? So in order to allow this energy to flow, because we have divine energy coming in order to allow this energy to flow through our body properly, it's a good idea for us to exercise. So that's why we exercise in the beginning and we also exercise at the end. Now let's talk about the ending exercises. So it says here that basically that when we exercise at the end, it is to further release the excess energy. So sometimes people are like, oh, I've got all this energy, I just want to keep it for myself. Not needed. You don't need to keep it for yourself. There's a lot coming. I mean, just visualize the ocean, right? How much water is there in the ocean? Like, do you really need that much water? There's nothing you can do with that. There's no place we can even keep it, right? We can only collect like a certain amount of water. So similarly, the energy that comes, it's enough to fill up our aura, and the rest of it, we can just release it. Okay. So it says here that to expel also more used up prana. So now there's a concept of pranic energy in pranic healing. So the used up prana that is already been used up. So it's kind of like, when we use up a piece of paper, or we used up let's say a disposable cup, then we don't keep it, right? Are you going to start collecting all the disposable ware stuff you ever used? No, right? You're just going to throw it away. So the idea again is that whatever used up prana is there anywhere in the etheric body, all of that gets expelled through exercise. Why after exercise? Why after the meditation? Because through the meditation, the energy channels have gotten cleansed, the stuff has all come to the surface, and when we exercise, we're kind of like throwing out of the entire system. Okay. Now it says this is to further release the excess energy, to expel used up prana from the body, and thus cleanse and strengthen the visible body. This will also facilitate the assimilation of pranic and spiritual energies, thereby enhancing the beauty and the health of the practitioner. Okay, so what does assimilation mean? So all of us are familiar with the process of eating, which is the process of putting things in the body. Then I'm sure most of us know that there is a process of assimilation, which means that the body takes nutrients from that food and uses it to run the body, right? And there's also a process of excretion. So here we're talking about assimilation. So after the meditation, when we exercise, we are basically allowing the body to absorb, to use, to figure out how to use the energy that has come. It's kind of like opening up a tap. And when we opened up the tap, a lot of stuff came in. Now that stuff is with us, which is pranic energy. Now the body has to decide how to use it. So when we exercise, it allows the body to use that energy properly and to assimilate it, which means to absorb it, right? So let's say, for example, if we just have a cup, right, and we just leave it out there, it's just all going to disappear, right? So the idea is to assimilate it, to absorb it, to make use of it, and then whatever is left, of course, the body will expel. Okay. It also says thereby enhancing the beauty and the health of the practitioner. So one of the things that we've noticed is that once people start doing Twin Hearts meditation, they start attracting a lot of people. Now, we just heard some videos by Master where he basically says, it's not you, it's the energy. So basically the idea is that because we have all this divine energy in us, that's why people start to get attracted to us. Hopefully good people. But again, you know, by the law of karma, we're just going to attract whatever kind of energy we have inside. So that's why it's a good idea to cleanse and to let go. And the health of the practitioner. Now, I can say that for the health, I've definitely seen a lot of improvement in my own health, of course, when I started doing Twin Hearts meditation. I used to have a lot of headaches and a whole lot of other problems, which we're not going to talk about right now. But, you know, it really helps to improve the health, okay? What it does is that it's like taking a spiritual shower, and the exercise helps to cleanse the meridians. The ending exercise helps to get rid of all the dirty energy. So that essentially is the process of pranic healing anyway, right? You cleanse, you energize, and you stabilize, right? So it also says that massaging and exercising after meditation also reduces the possibility of pranic congestion. It says that if we don't exercise after we do the meditation, it can lead to illness. Furthermore, it says you can gradually cure yourself of some ailments by doing the exercises after doing the meditation on Twin Hearts. Why is this? Because it allows the body to absorb the energy. So whichever part of your body needs the energy, it's going to absorb it. Okay. So again, why are we talking about this? Because some people are leaving the meditation without doing their exercises. So we're trying to explain to you why it's important. Okay. Now, if you do not exercise after the meditation, it also says that the visible physical body may weaken, inevitably weaken, which means if you do this once, like because you're in a rush, that's okay once in a while. But if you do it regularly, where you're not exercising after the meditation, the physical body will begin to get weak. Okay. That's because it's like, to me, okay, this is my understanding, is that if you just stuff a bag and you stuff a bag and you stuff a bag with a lot of stuff that it can't handle and you haven't organized it properly, then at some point that bag is going to tear. So to me, it's kind of like that we must assimilate the energy and we should prevent our body from getting weak. Okay. It says, although the etheric body will become very bright and strong, the visible physical body will become weak because it cannot withstand the leftover energy generated by the body in the long run. You will have to experience this yourself in order to appreciate it. So just like everything else in pranic healing, it's like, unless you experience it, you don't really know it. So validate. Okay. So I've already validated this. I can tell you that I've done it a lot of times and my body really became weak. And then I was like, then my healer was like, are you exercising after you meditate? And I was like, yeah, I do the eye rotations. And they're like, no, you have to do all of it. Okay. So some have the tendency, this is written in the book, okay? So Master already knows what kind of people we are. We're like naughty children, and he knows what we're going to do. So it says here, some have the tendency not to do physical exercises after the meditation, but continue savoring the blissful state. This tendency should be overcome. Otherwise, the physical health will deteriorate. So what Master Choa is saying here is that just because you feel like blissed out and you feel very relaxed after the meditation, it's okay to enjoy it for some time, but after you're done, you must still do the exercises. Okay. Okay. So that's it. And he also says that be aware of the soles of your feet. This is after the physical exercises. Stand with your legs shoulder width apart and your knees bent. Be aware of the soles of the feet. Project your consciousness deep down into the earth and bless the earth again. Okay. This will bring your consciousness down to the physical body. So what was written here is that it will enable the meditator to deal with the daily affairs of life and to earn a decent living. Why? Because Many spiritual practitioners have problems maintaining their practicality because they are not rooted or grounded. Okay, so I want to add to this is that basically that when the meditation, when the energy comes in, the purpose is to enable us to live our life properly. Now, if we don't do follow all the steps, then like Master says here, many spiritual practitioners have problems maintaining their practicality because they are not rooted or not grounded. So exercise is also a way of rooting and grounding us. Okay, so this particular talk was for exercises, exercise before to clear your body of whatever is used up energy so that when the fresh energy comes in, you can absorb it. Just like Priya explained in our session on the introduction to meditation on twin hearts, that, you know, all of like most of us drink tea or coffee or something, right? So we don't put like fresh tea or coffee in yesterday's cup, right? You're going to wash it and then you're going to put fresh tea and coffee in it. So similarly, when it comes to divine energy, why would you not clean your body? So clean your body by doing the exercises before the meditation, and then after the meditation, do the exercises to basically stabilize, to assimilate the energy, and to use it to keep us grounded and practical, and to enable us to earn a proper living and to live a good life. Okay? So I hope that was useful. And once again, don't leave before the exercises are done. Let's do the invocation. Close your eyes. Connect the tongue to the palate. Let's be aware of the Supreme God. To the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, we thank you for your priceless blessings, for divine light, divine love, divine power, divine love, mercy, inner healing, physical healing. Thank you for the inner strength to practice regularly. Thank you for your divine help and protection, for illumination, for abundance and prosperity. We thank you. I would just like to remind you very gently of the law of karma. So let's be aware that the law of karma is a beautiful way of creating the future. We can't change the past, but we can definitely change the future if we use the law of karma properly. So let's do that. Let's bless. Let's raise our hands in blessing position. Let's be aware of our heart, our crown, and our hands. And let's visualize the people in front of us. Let's bless the entire group. Let's bless the financial targets of every person of the group. This should be easy to do without any doubts. And then let's bless our own financial targets. Let's also bless the health targets of every person on the group. And then let's be aware by the law of karma, this entitles us to gain health, our own health. So let's bless our own health. We can also bless the health of the family members around us. Okay, let's bless the relationship targets of every person in the group. May their relationships be harmonized. May they learn to forgive. May they all learn to let go. May it become easy for them to forgive and to let go. Let's also bless ourselves. If we have any relationships that we need some work, let's bless the relationship. Remember, we have blessed everybody else's relationship, so we are entitled to receive harmony, cooperation, communication, and guidance. Let's bless the spiritual targets of every person on the group. And let's bless our own spiritual targets. So I do hope that you have these targets written down with the date. Let's also invoke for the mercy of the Buddha Kuan Yin, for her divine, compassionate, purifying light, to extract, externalize, and raise to higher vibrations all negativity related to the coronavirus, fears, egregors, negative thoughts, negative emotions be extracted, externalized, and raised to higher vibrations. Let's be aware that vices and negative energies are also beings that are evolving. So let us be compassionate with them as we remove them from our system and as we ask them to leave planet Earth. Let's also invoke to the Lords of Karma to help humanity learn our lesson. May we learn, understand quickly and properly. Remember, it's easier to learn by observing somebody, by observing other people, by observing their behavior and their karma. It's much, much more painful when we have to go through it. So let's just observe other people, be aware of the things that they do, and invoke to the lords of karma to help us learn the lessons that we need to learn. Let's bless our homes with prosperity, harmony, friendly conversations, love. A lot of people are not doing anything, so let's just bless all the people who are supposedly not doing anything. Let's bless them with the ability to find good, creative things, wholesome things to do. Let's bless our workplace, our employer, our employees. Let's bless our paychecks, our bank accounts, our assets. May the Lord God grant us divine prosperity, abundance, and good health. We thank you. Just take a few seconds to absorb the blessing. Once again, thank you everyone for joining.